When I first started in real estate, I was terrible. No one wanted to use me and they had every right not to use me. And one of the reasons I wasn't good is because the same reason why many people don't start real estate in the first place. And those reasons are because one, I didn't have money, I didn't have time, I didn't have connections, and most importantly, I did not have the knowledge. So that's why I struggled so hard. My very first year, only sold 2 houses. And when you're working full-time in real estate, especially as an agent, you only get paid off of commission. So imagine getting paid twice an entire year and having bills to pay. So I struggled so much. But guess what changed the year after? I was able to make 120% times my income and able to have my first 6-figure year. So from going from only making to $12,000 my first year to making over 6 figures the first year, that was a huge leap. But a big reason why I was able to do that was because I was able to tackle one of those four things that I talked about. Because I was able to tackle one of those 4 things that I just talked about. The biggest being the knowledge. I didn't know what I was doing. Most people don't know what they're doing when they start. So where do you figure out what you're doing? Especially now in today's society with so much information out there. You got everybody and their mom selling a course. You got everybody and their mom putting YouTube videos. You got everybody and their mom making websites, telling you what to do, what you shouldn't do. How do you really figure out what is the best thing to do? And I think that's why you got to rely on community. You have to rely on mentors. You have to rely on coaches. You have to rely on people that are not just talking the talk, but actually walking the walk, where you can see their proof of concept, where you can see that they've done deals. You can see that they've closed leads. You can see that they've worked hard deals before and they're not just eating off the top of the pack like so many people do when they're in a hot market. That's why you all saw like people were doing great in markets years ago, but where are they now? A lot of them were just eating off a hot market. They didn't build their foundation up as a top real estate professional. So I think it's super important. You have to build your foundation as a top real estate professional. So building community was one of the biggest differences from year 1 to year 2. People always ask me that question, Chris, what is the big difference between year 1 and year 2? How are you able to make so little, barely survive your first year to making over 6 figures your first year? Well, one, I got community. I got involved with people who were doing bigger things than me, and I learned from them. I trained under them. I had them mentor me, and I was able to pick their brains, see how they did their processes, and copy their exact process, implement it into my business. And from that day in year 2, I was able to sell at least 1 home a month consistently all the way up until now time. And I'm not even in production as a real estate agent, and I still sell at least 1 home a month. But after 4 years as a real estate agent, I thought, okay, it's time for bigger, it's time for better. You're cool, you're comfortable, you're able to travel comfortably. Let's get uncomfortable. Let's really grow. Let's really scale. Let's get into abundance. Like God says, we got to get into abundance. So I'm like, okay, what can I do next? So that was me as a real estate agent. And there were a few things that happened in year 4. One was I founded my first real estate team. And the second was I got into real estate investing. Now for both of those, remember, like I said, community was so important for me in my real estate agent business. I knew that when I'm starting these new ventures, I had to have community also. But the difference with this one is when you're the boss, when you are hiring people under you, people are looking up to you. So instead of necessarily mentoring, training, things like that under people, now people are doing it for you. So you really got to be on your P's and Q's because you can't mess up here because other people's lives depend on you at this point. So one thing that I did was I went to people higher level than me and I picked their brain. I got in community with them. I asked, what knowledge can you give me? What do I need to do and what do I not need to do? Now, and with that information, I was able to successfully build the companies. The real estate team in our very first year, we sold over 150 homes and sold over $58 million in sales volume, which is a huge feat. We became one of the top real estate teams in the area in our very first year. And when it came to real estate investing, I was able to purchase 5 properties by the end of the year. Purchased via creative finance, via wholesale, via fix and flip. Some of those properties I sold, but I was also able to keep many of those properties, adding them to my portfolio, bringing passive income coming to me each and every single month. But like I said, especially when it came to investing, but I was able to do that from the knowledge and information that I learned from community. So being that all this was able to happen to me, right? I was able to see success, you know? Okay, all right. So PSA, so we did some research and it looks like a lot of people that are watching do not subscribe to the channel. So please do me a favor because I'm giving you guys these free videos, free high level information on real estate and real estate investing. Please, just for me, just for me. All you gotta do is click the subscribe button to subscribe to the channel. Oh, also, just bonus, just share it with a friend who can find this helpful. Thank you. Financially free in my mid-20s, able to hit multiple milestones, from real estate agent to team leader to real estate broker to real estate investor to all of the things, public speaker, award winner, or whatever you want to say, all the awards that I've got. All these have stemmed from the information that's been poured into me by others, not by me trying to blaze a path my own way, not by me trying to do things on my own, but following a successful path that other people have built. And once I follow it, putting my own spin on it. So as it comes down, and I thought, what is the next step, Chris? What is the next step? I knew that I always wanted to give back to the people. I couldn't figure out the exact way to do it though. So I started out with free content. So my goal was I was gonna put at least one video out for you all weekly on my YouTube channel. Not gonna charge anything, just put it out for free. And the goal with that was I wanted you to learn how to do your first real estate deal. And you can do it however, whether there's fix and flip, whether there's wholesale, whether it's creative financing. And for real estate agents, how to get your first deal, how to get your first clients, how to convert leads, all of these things, right? I put all of this together and gave it to you for free. And I was doing very well. The people were engaged with it. The people loved it. They wanted more. I'm like, hey, I can't really give you more because I got to pay the marketing team every time I make a video. So we kind of got to slow it down a little bit. But we were consistent. But people demanded more. You guys said you wanted more. You guys said, all right, what's next? You got a course you can sell us? And me personally, I was never the biggest fan of courses because there's just no way to check. I spent a decent amount of money on courses, and for money, I haven't got the return that I expected to. But when it comes to courses, that's just building blocks, I would say. You can't expect to get from point A to point Z from one course. That's unrealistic, but it is slight building blocks within your journey. So I'm like, I actually want to give them the full package. I want to get these people from point A and get them from point Z. And also too, with the content, with so many people engaging, so many people liking, sharing, I was able to connect with so many people from different areas too, take on a national aspect. So getting out of just my hometown or my home state, was able to travel to multiple different cities, literally all across the East Coast, West Coast, North, South, all of that, make great connections with other top people in real estate. And they all have similar paths too. They all engage in community, they engage in partnerships. They wanted to pour into others. And that word community just kept on coming back to my mind. Community, community, community. So when it comes to the next step, I need to create a community. I need to get people together that want to grow and scale their business. I need to get people together who want to not just get in real estate, not just do it for the titles, but people who want to actually make money, and not just make a little money, but make significant, life-changing, family-altering money in real estate. And that's where Closer Society was born, from that idea right there. Closer Society is a project, a community that I've been working on for all year, to be honest with you. But it's really been 5 years in the making. Honestly, it's been 25, 26 years in the making, because I feel like this is what I've been called to since I was birthed on this earth. A way to be able to give back, a way to be able to pour into others where I'm not restrained by states, I'm not restrained by a plane, by a train, by a car. A way in which I can reach people even across the nation and help them make life-changing money, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Of course, hey, you want to make more money in real estate and real estate investing? Become a closer today. In Closer Society, we'll give you all the mentorship, the coaching, the training, the resources, scripts, and the deals. Yes, we will give you the deals. Partnerships and community is all found in Closer Society. So if you want to make the most money in real estate, which is what you want to do, right? Become a closer today. This is for real estate agents, real estate investors. And no, you don't need a real estate license to make money in real estate. You don't need to be in real estate full time. You don't even need to know what a real estate is to make money in real estate. And with Closer Society, we will supply you with everything. So remember, to join Closer Society, go to closersociety.org. Follow us on Instagram also at Closer Society. Let's make the most money in real estate and let's close these deals, closers. We love to help and serve clients, but we also got to make money too. And we shouldn't just make a little bit of money. We should make big money. We're putting in the time, we're putting in the effort, so we should be rewarded from that. That is our mandate as business owners, to be rewarded for the value that we provide. So you may ask, what is Closer Society? What is included in Closer Society? This took me months. It took me so long to think about. I'm like, okay, number one, I need to provide literally as much value as possible. So one of our biggest things that we have is the vault. The vault includes every single thing that you need to know about real estate investing, becoming a top tier real estate agent, and also not just that separating, but mixing the two. Because you've seen my previous video where I talk about real estate agents can become super successful and make life-changing money by working with real estate investors, and vice versa. Real estate investors can scale their business up significantly by working hand in hand with real estate agents, but combining the two. And Closer Society is not just for people with a real estate license or people who are already doing real estate deals on the investing side. No, if you're a 9-to-5 worker, if you work a full-time job, even if you're an 18-year-old kid, you don't know what you're doing with life, you can join Closer Society. You can learn what it takes to be successful in real estate. You're not just gonna have just the resources. Yeah, the vault is cool. The vault is going to tell you every single thing in which you need to know, definitions, videos, in-depth videos, examples, all of that, of course. But with Closer Society, remember, community, what we will provide you is a deal table where you'll be able to constantly see deals, not in just this market, but other markets from other members of the community, and also a support group in the community that will be able to help you do deals. So people will also be able to bring you deals, or you have the opportunity to get into other people's deals and make money from it. You gotta remember, with community, we're gonna go further together. No being lone wolves anymore. One thing that I've learned from hanging out with multimillionaires, having conversations with them, is they go further together. The most successful people that I know are in partnerships of some types. Nobody is a lone wolf doing it out there by themselves, because it's just, you can't. You can get to a certain level. You can get to 6 figures by yourself, to be honest with you, but are you okay with 6 figures? I think my closers in Closer Society aren't okay with 6 figures. I think they want to achieve more. Now, if you do want to hit your 6-figure mark, we've got plenty of resources and opportunities for you there. But when you want to grow, when you want to get bigger and better, Closer Society will be able to help you out with that also. You may ask also too, all right, well, I have money. I've been at my job for such and such years. I've got money in my 401k. You know, I've got money my grandma gave me, such and such. Can I still be involved in this? Yes, you have a great opportunity in Closer Society, because we having so many different people, so many type of different investors. And you know, investors, what they have deals, but a lot of times they don't have capital. So we'll be able to tell you how you can deploy your capital to make money, passive income, basically, while you sleep, where the investors are out here doing the work. We'll provide you all the resources, the knowledge to make sure that you are maximizing your investment when it comes to these investors, and you become a passive investor to make more money. You guys are going to notice what I'll talk about in the community a lot. It's all about making more money, finding ways to make more money. The community is launching and it's out right now. To join, go to closersociety.org. Again, closersociety.org. The link is also in the description. But wait, there's more also, because this community is so special to me, because I know this is the beginning of something great. This isn't a 1-month thing, a 1-year thing, something that we just put up and forget about it. This is a long-term project that I'm fully invested into. That being said, we are going to have a lot of changes with the community as we grow, as we improve, as we upgrade. We're going to be making a lot of positive changes to it. We're going to be providing more value. The more members we get, the more value that we can provide. So one thing, share it with your friends. When you join the community, share it with people who would benefit from being in this community also. It's better to be in community with people that you love and trust and already know than being in with a bunch of strangers, to be honest with you. Of course, you can make money with strangers, but it's always better to invite people that you know to make money with you too. But that being said, because of all of the great things we're gonna do as we get more members in, I exclusively have founding member spots that are available right now. And they're only available for a limited time. There's a very limited cap on this. Now, why would you become a founding member, Chris? People will ask that. Okay, you want to become a founding member because the biggest thing is your price is going to be locked in for life. So what you pay, whether you pay the monthly or whether you pay the annual, is never going to go up. And I say this is important because for Closer Society, the prices that we have today are not going to be the prices 6 months from now. I believe in raising prices 100%. And this is something that I will tell you all about. This is something that I will encourage you to do in your business also too. Raise your prices, because a business runs off of profit. And the more money that you bring in while keeping your expenses low, the more profit that you have. The more profit that you have, the more you can reinvest. The more you reinvest, the better you can make your business. The better you make your business, the more value you can provide. So I believe in providing more value. So to provide more value, you need to get some more profit coming in. That's just an inch of things I'll talk about when it comes to business within the community. And that's just something that I learned when I spent my money up front. I went to Alex Hormozy's event in Las Vegas, spent $5,000 out of my own pocket just to get these tidbits of information. And I'm giving you all of this for free. Within the past years, I spent over $80,000 in real estate education within learning. Actually, these past 2 years, over $80,000 in real estate education, real estate learning, just so I could give it to you all. I put a lot of it into the content, but you all are gonna get an untouched, unbiased, unfiltered look on every single thing that I've learned, and I'm pouring all my information out to you. I want you all to be better than me. I want you all to make more money than me. I want you to have more houses than me. I want you to have better companies than me. I want you to be more profitable than me. And to do that, just become a closer. Join Closer Society. Again, www.closersociety.org, closersociety.org. Also follow us on Instagram at Closer Society and click the link in the description and we will have where you can sign up. But again, it's closersociety.org. So Closer Society, this is the most special project I've been working on. Remember, this has been in progress for 26 years at this point. My whole life has been dedicated towards putting this out for you all. We've jam-packed this with as much value, as much content, as many resources, as much connections as possible for you all to make as much money in real estate as possible. So to become a closer, all you have to do, go to closersociety.org or click the link in the description, closersociety.org. I'm looking forward to seeing you close, make deals, and make the most money in real estate.